want to miss. And also, we're going to take you out to Calvary Coastline, way over in Destin, their Destin campus. John Spencer started Calvary Church a long time ago. Great ministry. And they are gearing up for something that's very near and dear to the heart of our Father, and that is feeding hungry children. And there's an event coming up in June that they're going to talk about that you want to be a part of, because I guarantee you, you'll be in line with what the Father's heart and compassion is doing. So all that is ahead on this special edition of Coast Up Close.
Welcome to Haiti. It is a place of beauty, of strength and hardship. The people are resilient and resourceful. They are facing a crisis like never seen before. Today, over 4 million Haitians woke up not knowing where their next meal will come from. Yes, the situation is difficult, but there is hope. In Haiti, there is a phrase, many hands make light work. By partnering with Numana, Mission of Hope and many others has set a plan in motion to provide hope for those that are hungry. They are asking you to partner with them to help provide over 250,000 meals this summer. That amount of meals means that almost 700 children will receive one meal every day for an entire year. This is truly life-changing for a child in Haiti. This is taking children from hunger to hope.
Coastline Calvary Chapel here, we've been partnering with Mission of Hope for, I would say, almost 8 years, maybe a little longer. And they've just been a great organization to partner with to minister to the people in Haiti. We have this great opportunity with them to feed thousands of people. They're in need, and the Lord has opened a great door for us to be part of this. We are the overseer. We're partnering with Mission of Hope. Mari and TJ, of course, are the two people that have been the ones leading the way for us. We're just a small church in Northwest Florida, stepping out in faith. But Mari and TJ have been the two that have been leading the way for us to educate us, to show us how we can be helpful. We partner with them in preaching the gospel, but we also partner with them in feeding many people over in Haiti. And so I've been one as pastor just to enjoy watching and observing and taking, Mari, for example, our coordinator for this event, to step out in faith, to plan, to trust God, and we get to just kind of walk along with her and TJ to really make this event happen.
I've been a student pastor before coming on staff at Mission Hope for 20 years, right? So I've worked with a lot of students, and what I love to see is, as I've taken students to Haiti, or now being on the other side working for Mission of Hope and seeing students get to come, to see them say, hey, you know what, we'll do it. And that's amazing. That the student generation is currently, 13 to 18 years old. They're the most powerful generation, I believe, this is my opinion, the most powerful generation that's ever existed. They're connected to the entire planet right now, right, and they know how to use their influence right now.
Okay, so when Bryson was about 7 years old when we took him to Haiti the first time. So he went when he was 7, went again when he was 8. And then we weren't able to go back to Haiti for a couple of years just due to some military moves. And so he was just convicted that he wanted to do something to help these kids out. And so knowing that Mission of Hope did these meal packing events, and they focus highly on nutrition for the kids in their school, Bryson knew that that was something that he could join in with and fundraise to be able to host one of these meal packing events. So he was about 9 years old at the time when he started asking us to fundraise for one of these meal packing events. And as parents with 4 small kids, we told him no for about a year, that we just weren't going to fundraise. We didn't have time for this. That's something other people do, right? And so for a whole entire year, he asked us if he could fundraise for this event. And so finally, about a year later, we were like, go ahead, go, figure out some ideas of how to raise this money. So he was about 10 at the time, and he had to raise a minimum of $6,000 in order for them to come do a meal packing event with us. And he raised about $6,500 completely by himself, all his own ideas, all his own initiative. So that's where it started. And then just with the support of our church, it's grown into something that now is this big event that we need the community involvement with. It's not something that we can do alone, or even our church can do alone. It's definitely turned into a community event.
I think that a lot of the misconception is like, I'm too young, can't make a difference. But really, a lot of my fundraising was going around passing bottles out for people to fill up with their change. And some of it still is, even throughout this fundraising event. And it was to the littlest thing of going around on a recycling route and collecting people's recyclings to just dump it off at a recycling dump. And just making that little bit by little bit, when kids think, oh, I can't make a big difference, but really it's pretty accessible and you can.
Yep.
And then, so as far as the community goes, we've got a lot of feedback, a lot of positive feedback of 100% we'll donate. And then, give us the date, time, we'll see you there type thing. So the response from the community, it's really been great. Everybody wants to get involved. I think we're going to meet our fundraising goal as well as our volunteer goal there.
First of all, Coastline Calvary Chapel Destin is very focused on living on mission. We want to make sure that not only are we, focused on our community and things like that, but the bigger picture of global community as well. And so it's a great church for families. It's a great church for outreach, all of those kinds of things. Second of all, people can definitely get involved by donating. Bryson mentioned that we're raising $85,000.
Right.
And so it's a large number. And so every little bit helps. One meal is only 30 cents. And so that's a great way of getting kids involved, is that they can find probably 30 cents in their couch, and know that 30 cents is feeding a kid lunch. And that's probably the only meal that kid's going to get that day. So it can be broken down into very small amounts that even children can get involved. And then on June 12th, the actual packing day, kids of all ages are welcome to come. So it can definitely be a whole family event. You don't have to find a babysitter for the little ones. They can, even to the littlest ones, can have a job. And so it is a whole family that can come serve together, kind of see the bigger impact that it's making, and just have fun with people in their community that are, scooping rice and beans right alongside with them.
Wow, we really appreciate Mari Turner and the staff there at Calvary Coastline taking this initiative. And that's a great, great event coming up in June. Mark your calendars and be a part of that. Well, let's